Hi, I'm back. It's been about 3 months. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to talk about a good amount of things that are probably going to take a while. I don't really know how long it's going to take me on each of these topics. I'm going to try to get through as best I can. I'm on time budgets because I'm horrendously effing lazy. That's partially because of my end, and I have to explain. So, TLDR, TLDW, TLD, whatever the F you want to call it, just so you guys who want to get through the basic stuff can get your way, and I'll put some stuff in the description. No YouTube for a while. Streams are going to be 2 days a week, 5 hours each. The games I can do are drastically expanded, but I'm limited to short completion games. Friendos are coming back. A lot of tech changes. There you go. Let's actually get into it. So, what the F was I talking about when I was by Lazy Cockhead? I'm literally recording and editing this the day before this comes out. So, yeah. And as to why this has taken about 6 weeks into the year to come out, it's because of a couple of things. So let's just start with YouTube, which is one of the bigger reasons. So I don't want to do YouTube uploading, and the reason is because of COPPA, which I still don't fully understand. To those who don't know, it's a law that does a lot of things, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I found out about it before I was about to go on vacation back in November, and it was a mental nightmare for me for a very long length of time. It's still a mental nightmare for me because I don't fully understand how it works. I still don't know how it's going to affect my channel. I know it's affected channels across the board. I don't know how much, but yeah, it's one of the bigger reasons why this has taken a while, because I wanted to see how bad of an effect it's had on people I watch, this and everything else. I assume I'm okay. I'm probably fine, but I don't know, and that's the part that scares me. So that's part of the reason why this has taken a while. But there's also two other reasons why I don't really want to do YouTube, which are a bit more understandable. The first is a general lack of free time. There's a lot of things I want to do, things I want to read, things I want to watch, things I want to play, and trying to think up a video for, say, every so often is difficult to do. And in the videos I actually tend to do, I can't think of anything decent outside of, like, oh, hey, I'm playing this game, or I'm playing this game, or I'm doing this. I can't think of anything. So, yeah, legitimately I can't. And with that just out of the way, it was very short. YouTube nowadays. We got streams, we got Twitch, blah, blah, blah. So, what was I talking about with the streams being 2 days with 5 hours each? Well, that's true. And for why? To give context, how I was talking about free time, the old system, which was, if I remember correctly, 3 to 5, 7 to 9 each day, that's about half of my time of when I'm up and able to do things on a work day. And it's very mentally crippling, and in a way physically crippling for me to keep doing that, because, like, oh, hey, I'm playing the games, but I'm also probably not getting any progress done in a lot of things, and I want to actually have progress on things. Yeah, I'm gonna. And for context, I'm literally trying to do this one recording and not screw up. I've already screwed up. So, yeah. For what time and days? It's basically on my days off. So, Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And this will allow a lot of stuff to come back, but it will also let me do a couple of other things as well. If I don't stream, I'm going to try to avoid things like that happening where I'm not going to be able to stream, but it should be in the situations of, oh, there's a film out and I want to watch the film. go to the theater and blah 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 blah, or I'm out until 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or whatever. You get the idea. It's stuff that it's like I can't avoid it, and yeah. So with that, there's what I was talking about in regards to an expanded game list. So what we had was the PC and the Switch. Okay. What we have now, PC, Switch, obviously, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, Classic Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U, PS1, and PS2. Big expansion, and I will explain why that is later in this video. I did that in reverse. Later in this video, you find out. There you go. I could have added a couple of extra systems, specifically the classic Nintendo Entertainment System and the Sega Genesis, but I don't have room. My choices are awkward because of what I currently have for both of those systems, and I also have them on other things. So in regards to the NES, I have it on the Switch, Game Doohickey, the Genesis, there's Sega Genesis Classics on Steam. I think most of them have been remade at this point as well, so no point. In regards to how the days are going to go, because I know some people are going to ask, similar to what my system has usually been, there are going to be specified are a couple of scenarios, so let's kind of start off with what they are going to be specified as. Friday is going to be for solo stuff, so playing games by myself, game completes, that kind of thing. That's going to be Fridays. Saturdays is going to be multiplayer. The exceptions to this rule are going to be the first 2 weeks, where this upcoming Friday and Saturday are both going to be multiplayer streams. And the second week, which is the Friday and Saturday after this one, I am going to be going through a game completes of something, and I don't know if it's going to make me need to do it on 2 days. Theoretically, I can get it done in one, but I don't know. The other scenario will be the Animal Crossing launch, which I'm going to try to do 2 streams of in a row, which is probably not the wisest thing, because I severely doubt that someone can play Animal Crossing for 5 hours outside of the first sitting. That's extreme fun. For stream type changes, game completes, I kind of talked about this. Big new batch of stuff, but I'm restricting it to stuff that I can physically do in up to 15 hours. And the reason for this is I don't want to spend 20 months on a single game. Alright, I've got 8 streams a month as it is. Half of them are going to be taken up by multiplayer stuff because I want to. I want them to be multiplayer stuff. I want to have a reason to play with friends. And having that time slot is the best case scenario. Speaking of friends, Games with Friends is going to come back because obviously, yeah, it's going to be with all the ordeals it brings, like trying to get them in, trying to trying to pick a game, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. And I'm going to try very much to get you guys involved in those streams as much as I physically can, because we're all friends here. We're all friendos. That's the kind of the thing. I hit my desk because yeah. R&R streams are gonna be a thing. I kinda had the idea of doing this back in prior situation, but never physically got around to doing it all that much. Animal Crossing is a very classic example of this, and the idea of these streams is just Q&As for the most part. Me dicking around in something, that kind of stuff. It might be situations like maybe a Nintendo Direct. Maybe someone wants me to talk about that, or blah blah blah, yada yada yada. That's the general idea of these streams. Just stuff that I can do question and answer stuff with, and it'll work. So it was a thing that was supposed to be a thing, and I can never do it because I'm a bad. And then Something I might do, I say might, I don't really know yet, is just showing off old games, maybe stuff from my childhood, maybe stuff I picked up recently-ish, that kind of thing. Stuff that I'll delve into it for 5 hours and probably never after that because of the current time restraints, or I cannot see myself playing it past 5 hours, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Or it's like, oh, I finished this game and it's this kind of game that I really don't feel like playing through again, and blah, 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 blah. We'll find out. I don't even know if I'm going to even do it. So that's the Twitch end of things for the most part. I don't think I've missed anything so far. I really have no goddamn clue in regards to that. So then we have other stuff. So you may have noticed I don't have a headset on. I don't. And that's because I've once again gone back to a standing mic because I can. I've got it hooked up and set up for a standing mic. I kind of have an excuse now. It's literally, I can touch it right now. I have my hand on it. I probably like tilted it to where it's gonna make the rest of the video sound awful, but it's that kind of thing. Now it's like decentish. It's not in a wonky spot. I don't have to like hook it up on a stand and have it like reach over from my back side of the desk to the front side, and yeah, that's the kind of situation I was in. But because of the new setup, yeah, I have a new setup. So, yay, look at that. It's all kinds of exciting. Look at all those cables. Man, that's a lot of cables. That's a lot of cable. It's a lot of cables. Um, to those who want some context as well in regards to how the retro consoles are even set up, I have the console, which then has the RCA cables hooked up to an RCA switcher. I don't know what the F to actually call it. I don't know what the F the actual name is, which is then going into an RCA to HDMI converter, which then goes into a capture card, which then goes into the TV and PC respectively. I could add a HDMI switcher, but I am currently saving money, partially because of something that I didn't expect to happen that makes me mentally depressed, even as I remember it for the context of just doing this video. As I was kind of forced to get a new TV. And to explain my old one, I bought in September. In January, it started going with milky visuals and white screening. I tried to fix it. I tried plugging it, unplugging it, and plugging it back in. I tried this, that, and everything else. I didn't want to return it because I didn't have the receipt. I thought it would last at least a year. Okay, I thought it would last at least a year, and I don't want to be the guy to bring it in without a receipt in a box and be like, "Look, I bought this in September. I want to refund." I don't want to be that guy. It makes me feel like a dickhead. And the TV I bought plus add-ons to hook up headphones and retro consoles because it didn't have RCA cable or headphone jacks. It sent me back $575. The add-ons didn't work. And I wanted to send the TV back and also kill myself. But luckily, another TV in the house had what I needed. I'm still depressed about it, honestly. I really am. First smart TV I buy lasts me like 4 months. All right, so there's that. I can't think of anything. I thought this was going to be longer. Wow, like 15 minutes. I honestly thought this was going to be longer. I could try like re-recording this for context, but I'm on time restraints as it is because I'm a lazy cockhead, and I probably should have had this done a week ago. Have this uploaded and be ready for today when this is done. But yeah, I'm just really bad at it. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you guys Friday. See you guys Saturday. You get the drill. I might do videos in the future depending on what you guys ask. I know there's somebody might ask about this or that or that or this. But that's for the future, not now. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see how this video gets uploaded. I'm gonna see if there's issues. I'm gonna find out if I'm gonna have to pay the stupid $42,000, whatever the if it is. Fine. Bye.